Hi, this is Keith from Esper. Super excited to show you our new Sprint 47. This just released, and we have some great new features and capabilities. The first one is content management. We actually released API for content management a few sprints back, and we've now brought that into the console, making it very easy for you to push files to your devices. So let's jump right into the console, and you'll see we have content management down here, brand new. And what we do is we show you the file, the size, when you uploaded it, by who, and then you can take actions with that. So here you can transfer, view details, add tags if you wish, add a description. You can even download it locally, delete the file. So why don't we start out by uploading a file? And I'm going to do a video file here. So this video file is about 275 megabytes. So let's drop it in. 270.24 megabytes exactly. So we'll let it upload and we'll come back. Okay, the file is uploaded. So what I'm going to do is open a new tab to show you the device that we're going to target here. Okay, so it's Hi Andy FEXU. So we'll view the device. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a remote view, remote control session. This is a Lenovo M8. That is supported with remote control. So we'll start our remote view, remote control session. So what I'm going to do is go to Files, and we're browsing. So we'll look at internal storage, and we're going to target the download folder, and you can see that in that folder there's nothing there right now. So let's jump out of the session, and we'll go back to content management, and so you can see that our video is ready to go. So now we're going to transfer it to the device. So you open up transfer, and the nice thing about this is if you need to do it to a group of devices, you can just pick a group and push it, including subgroups. So with our nested groups fully supported in terms of pushing out files. In this case, I'm going to do a device, and here it is, FEXU. Link it. That's all you have to do. And so now you've completed that. You have to determine what path that you want to download it to. So now let's drop in the path. So I have it in the clipboard. So we're going to do it to download Go Esper subdirectory, which is created when we do this. And so now let's go ahead and transfer it. So we'll let the transfer run. Now you'll notice that if you want to see the status of the transfer, just hit the activity feed, and you can see that we're attempting to transfer the file. You can view the results. It's in progress. And this is a nice way that if you're doing a group or multiple devices, you can keep track of the transfer as well as any that are remaining to be queued, perhaps are offline, or any that have failed, so that you can go back and clean it up. And you can go back to this later on anytime so that you can see the status of the transfer. So we'll wait for the transfer to complete. So we're going to go back to the device and do a remote view and control session. So let's bring it back up. You can see we're still in the file viewer. So if we go to download, there's Go Esper, it's been created. And you can see that we're chunking away at getting the video uploaded. Okay, so the video is now uploaded, and now let's give it a go, see what it is.
Hi, this is Keith from Esper.
It's a video of me talking about pipelines.
For context, we
Always
did
a good
cover
one.
Proof of concept V1 that was about
So we'll stop it.
a new version of
And so that's how simple it is. So if you're pushing small files, scripts, images, as well as videos, including ML files as well, it doesn't matter. You can upload any file type that you want. And so now we're making it very easy for you to get it into Esper. So just jumping back to content management quickly here, just to show you, make the point again from the activity feed perspective. We can go and we can see that this was successfully uploaded. You can see all the other actions that were taken are tracked, and you can see what user took it. And so that way it makes it very easy for you to keep on top of what's going on with your fleet. So that's content management. So next, let me show you what we've done with provisioning templates. So the provisioning template is very detailed in terms of all the different configurations and settings that you can set up for enrolling and provisioning your devices. But sometimes you just want to do a quick provisioning action and just get going fast. So we created this quick template. To show it to you, it's literally you just pick what app that you want to use, and in this case we're going to do CPU-Z. If you want to add multiple apps, you can by clicking on add another app. We'll pick a version here, we'll do the latest, we'll add the application. If you want to go kiosk mode, you select kiosk mode. Pin on boot is automatically chosen for you. Next, you can preview the template, save it, done. So now you have a provisioning template that's ready to go for kiosk mode. So see how easy it is? All the different configurations and settings that are associated with kiosk mode are taken care for you. You can do QR code based provisioning. You can use the Esper device provisioner, no problem. Now additionally, if you want to use it as, if you will, training wheels or a starting point, you can now edit this template to tweak and tune it with all the full options available to you after you create it using the quick provisioning template option. So we make it very easy for you to get quickly up and going with Esper, but let's say that you wanted to do something a little bit more complicated, meaning take advantage of our new Esper settings app configuration. So you can do custom configuration with Esper settings app right now. So let me show you a template I've already created here, where for the compliance policy, we're choosing the Esper setting app. And the scenario is I want to have on a multi-app mode implementation, the ability for the user to get to settings, but I want to limit what settings to expose to them. So I don't want to include things like factory reset and being able to change perhaps a screen orientation. You now have the ability to do that using the Esper settings app with adding basically a snippet of JSON in the what we call the JSON config option under settings in your provisioning template. So in this case, we have configurable Esper settings. We're setting it up for user mode enabled, and we're exposing a set of options that you can make available to those users without a password. We also have what we call admin mode that you can also include, so that way you can have something that is not password protected for your users, and then a section that is password protected to prevent things like a factory reset being executed by the user, but you're making it available to an admin or a technician on site. And so this is where you do it. If you have any questions about this, just let us know through our Esper support forums. I provision FVXU with this provisioning template. It's set up according to how I configured Esper settings. So let's do a remote view, remote control session to check it out. Okay, so let's go to full screen mode here to make it easier to see. And you'll see that I have my home screen with my shortcuts, and there's the Esper settings app. So select it. It opens up, no password required. These are for the user mode. And you can see our new mobile data option is available, so that way you can configure the device so either as a user or admin through password protect, you can turn on and off mobile data. In addition, per our specification, we have auto rotation, display, sound, reboot, kiosk app, Esper branding, about. Basically what we chose. We left factory reset off. That's something that you can put behind the password with admin mode. And just to note that we added new sound options to Esper settings. So we'll continue to extend Esper settings with new options to configure in the settings app. And so the sound is the new one that we just added. So let's exit full screen mode here, go back to the console, stop our session, and move on. And to wrap it up, we've added a new API to our device SDK that allows you to unlock or wake your devices remotely. So a very convenient feature that some of our customers have asked for. We've done a few bug fixes and improvements, as you can expect. One last thing to show you, just to give you a tip, and we'll jump back to the screen here, is if you go to devices and groups, we've had some feedback that customers are not sure where to go to add tags or add a custom name to a device. So when you jump here, it's not clear. All you have to do is go to this drop down because we enable that through grid view. So you need to switch to grid view. And as soon as you do that, here I'll work with FEXU, you can see that you now have the option to add your tags or rename your device. In this case, we're going to rename it. Hi, Andy. Save it. Good to go. Now keep in mind that your devices do need to be online in order to rename it. You can see that you can't do a device rename on an offline device, but you can add tags to it. And so between renaming and tags, all available through our new devices in groups view. So I hope you enjoy our release Sprint 47 and looking forward to coming back at you when we release Sprint 48 coming up mid-November. Thank you.